walk to the park. It's not very far, so they like to go there almost every day. So fun, he's happy. Next page. Oh, Max. Uh-oh. Looks like he's falling. He tripped in the wood chips as he was running from the slides. From the swings.
Can you put your contacts on?
Can I put my contacts on? Yes, I can put them on in a few minutes, yes. What happened? More books? More? This one says, hands can fix things. Hands can plant seeds. Hands can catch. And hands can draw. Hands can hold things. Hands can say, I love you. Hands can learn to tie a shoe. Shoes on your feet. Your feet. High and low. I do have to get ready for work. I can ask. Which basket will I have today, Owen? I will have. Do you have any jalapenos? I want 2 jalapenos, please. Do you have any croissants at your store? I really like to eat croissants. Oh, well, I might for my spaghetti. No, I think that's all. How much will all of that be? We're home, and I want to quickly show you some of the stuff that we've been looking forward to this week. We got Toy Story stickers! Whoop, whoop, whoop! We got 2 packs. This was really exciting for Rio because he's into stickers and putting them on paper and coloring. Hello, Missy! We also got stickers for V, which is super exciting. Little princess stickers. My afternoons go by way faster just because I feel like I'm coming back from obviously spending hours and hours with them to only a certain amount of time. I do like to put them to sleep at a certain time as well, and that's been an adjustment, but I know we'll get back into the swing of things. I mean, again, like this week has just been bumpy for everyone. This is literally like the best part of my day. It's just having this open-ended time to be with them and do kind of whatever they want. I should actually show them the way your food is arranged. We've been reading The Very Hungry Giant. No, I'm sorry. It's called Jack and the Hungry Giant. Eat Right with My Plate. And this started off as like a library find. It was just like a random book. Rio loved it. And he learned a lot about dividing the food into like food groups and what's considered a sugar food, what's really bad for you, what's more healthy. And now when we play with our food, like we pretend to be at a store. And so we have his food arranged into different food groups, and he knows them all, and he really likes to learn what's a part of that food group. So it's been great. What we have here, mister?
We have fruits.
We have some fruits.
Vegetables. Dairy.
Protein.
Dairy. Grains.
And then those are all of our different sugar items. You're my Jingle Bell pups. They heard Santa say Bingo and Rolly had saved Christmas Day. And Bowser has an entire army to back him up. From Goombas to Hammer Bros and Koopa Troopas, Bowser's goons will do anything he asks to put him on top. Who can possibly save the Mushroom Kingdom from Bowser's awful plots?
And Mama. And the Yoshi.
In the front, I see him.
And the Yoshi.
He uses his long tongue to eat up their enemies, or any tasty fruit he finds along the way. So I would be lying if I said right now that I'm not exhausted. Yeah, it's like 8:30, and this week has just been a lot. I really don't want to come on here to complain. There's so much good. Obviously, I'm starting back up on a routine, but I had such a good routine all summer long. And if you are an SLPA, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say like the stress in coming back. The immediate stress that I feel is something that I don't immediately miss, obviously. Like, you know, a few days ago I was crying and I just quickly want to talk about like the need for SLPAs and in the speech world period for SLPs and SLPAs. Like, I'm so thankful that I am very much needed. I'm very worked. Like, I have this job security, right, that I don't think everyone understands. Like, it's such a pro to my job, but in the same realm, it's exhausting. And I wanted to share, like, when people look at your numbers, like as an SLPA, and when people are like, wow, like you have the best of both worlds, like you have a good work-life balance, like people see your caseload, right? And some people don't get it. Like, you see a number, let's say that's 75, let's say that's 90 people, and not everyone understands like the severity in that number. And I say anyone because I mean like admin, like higher up people, I don't think get the severity. Like, this is a high number and it's gonna get crazy. So that's just where my head's at. That's where my stress comes from when I look at my caseload for the start of the year. This happens every year. It could be 60 and I'm just like, why am I at 60? You know, I don't get it. Every year I kind of struggle with getting back into the groove of things, which I think is normal. So I want y'all to know, like, this stressful period I know will pass, and I know it's probably the least of my worries. It's just how I'm feeling right now, and I'm really wanting to talk about like avoiding burnout. I feel like that's a hot topic. Just throughout the years of being an SLPA, working in the school setting, knowing other people who do this, you know, it's very easy to feel like you're getting burnt out if you're not doing the right things. And for me, that number one thing would be to speak to somebody. I think it's important to let other people know how you're feeling, how you're truly feeling, not just like on a surface level, like, I don't really like this, like, why? Or what's going on? How do you feel about this caseload, sort of thing. And it's crazy to mention this around a caseload, but a lot of the times that's, at least at this period in time, like, that's what stresses us out, right? Like, you're trying to plan your schedule, you're trying to go about what's the best way I can schedule my weeks, when should I schedule meetings, when can I do XYZ. And so if you don't have a set schedule, for a lot of us it's difficult. I know that is for me at least. So if I just share with somebody, a lot of times that's my mom, someone who's willing to listen, hear me out, and just tell me it's gonna be okay, I feel better a lot of the time. Sometimes that's my husband. I'm just sharing with him. He has no idea how these things work, right? He's just listening to how I feel. And that's all I need sometimes. I also like to share with my coworkers, just because we have the same experience, right? And so if they can build me up and if they can share with me, no, we're gonna get through this, it's gonna be okay, then that makes me feel even better. I also hope you're leaving work at work. This is something I've done since I started working in the schools, not since I've been a mom. Like, literally, I try to just leave my work at home. I don't even like bringing my laptop, my work stuff. I don't bring any of that. I might bring my planner from time to time, but that's because I do my work and my home life in my planner, and I like it that way. Seriously, like, if you're bringing stuff home still, I feel like that's an obvious answer. It's easy to have those worlds collide. Like, if you're bringing work home, it's hard, like, mentally to just leave it there, right? If you know in the next week you're getting 5 additional people added to your caseload, it's hard to leave that at home. Or it's hard if you had a hard day at work with the parent or something and you bring that home with you, like that mental load. I get it's difficult, but this is something I need to be better at as well. It's just like relaxing, truly, maybe taking a bath. With that though, I've also always gone by like doing what I can, because leaving my work at home, I feel like often equates to people thinking I'm not doing the very best that I can. But if I am in the office, I'm literally only working. And so, I mean, do what you can in terms of, like, if you're stressed out about a high caseload, tell yourself you will do the best that you can. You're not going to bend backwards, right? And get all these kids seen. Like if you just can't, if it's not realistic, if it's not something that's possible, like on top of all your meetings and stuff, then unfortunately that week was probably not it for you. I just hope you're keeping like documentation of these things, right? If Johnny's absent and you were there, Johnny's parents don't respond to you after the 3rd time, like just keep documentation. Make sure to also schedule breaks for yourself, and not just breaks, but time for other things. Because if you are going about your day-to-day tasks, I feel like it's easy for you to not see the big picture, right? Like if you're not scheduling that time to do progress reports, for example, then how is that ever going to get done? If you're just going about your day-to-day and then one day it's like, oh my gosh, these are due in 2 days, and you're having to scramble and stress yourself out just to meet this deadline. Versus if you literally just write it down in your planner, or in your phone, your digital planner maybe, you're more likely to make time for it or to actually follow that schedule. Lastly, I want you to advocate for yourself, of course. It's hard to speak up, especially when you feel like you're not deserving for something. And I say that because I felt like that years ago. I felt like, oh, I need X amount of years here to speak up and say I'm struggling. And that's not true. I've seen people, you know, come and go because they don't speak up for themselves, or get easily burnt out because they don't speak up for themselves. So I highly recommend you do that as well. I feel like that goes for obvious reasons. Hope you guys did like this video. If you did, make sure to give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. It'll mean so much to me. I will catch you in my next one. Bye.